book lovers, I know I've been MIA during the summer, but I'm back and ready to roll with the first part of my May wrap-up. Book number 1, The Mime Order by Samantha Shannon. The second installment in the Bone Season book series was thankfully a wonderful reading experience. The story picks up right after Paige Mahoney's escape from Siobhan's prison camp and takes us back to the Seven Dials in London, where the Mime Lords and Mime Queens are fighting for the reins of the underworld. Fast-paced, action-packed, exciting. In other words, a great sequel. Number 2, Our Spoons Came from Woolworths by Barbara Cummins. Set in 1930s Bohemian London, the story revolves around Sophia, a slightly irritating and incredibly naive 21-year-old woman who falls in love with a young artist named Charles and marries him before you can say Jack Robinson. At first everything's lovey-dovey, but then she gets pregnant and he's too lazy to find a job. So when poverty strikes, she has to go out there and earn their living. Suffice to say that the marriage goes from bad to worse until she finally decides to grow up and leave her dreary life behind. I really enjoyed this book, and I found myself wanting to slap Sophia to snap her out of her indifference and passivity, and then, at the same time, I wanted to take her in my arms and tell her that everything's going to be okay. Number 3, Lady Chatterley's Lover by D.H. Lawrence. D.H. Lawrence's infamous novel is about Lady Chatterley, whose husband has been paralyzed from the waist down because of a war injury. Sex is not an issue at first because they both value the mind so much, but when the estate's gamekeeper Oliver enters the story, she begins to question her husband's and her own beliefs. After sleeping with Oliver, she realizes that her sexual needs are essential for her well-being, and she decides to live her life with the man she loves and lusts, despite their vast social differences. After reading this, I have to say that I understand what the fuss is about. Hot. Number 4, A Long Way Down by Nick Hornby. This was my third Nick Hornby novel after High Fidelity and Funny Girl, and even though it had some pretty funny and laugh-out-loud bits, I did not enjoy it as much as I thought I would. The story is narrated from the 4 points of view of the 4 main characters, Martin, Maureen, Jess and JJ, who meet on the roof of a high building on New Year's Eve. They all want to commit suicide, but their chance encounter changes their plans, and they decide to let it go for a while and see if they can go through with it. Guess what? They didn't. That was the end of the first part of my May wrap-up. See you in a few days with the second one.